intelligence and machine learning solutions lets you create personalized offers, optimize choice, and maximize revenue opportunities. We're also delivering personalized NDC-enabled offers and orders, and our modular, scalable, API-based microservices help you connect travelers to the experiences they seek. But that's just the start. We know you and your customers need more. That's why we're building the travel marketplace of the future, to truly open up a world of possibilities. So let's go. The future is open. Are you ready? What's our vision for the future of travel retail? We think it's wide open. Open for business today with the tech you need for tomorrow. Breaking free of legacy systems and opening the door to offers and orders that enable you to build retailing experiences your way. Today, Sabre's advanced artificial intelligence and machine learning solutions lets you create personalized offers, optimize choice, and maximize revenue opportunities. We're also delivering personalized NDC-enabled offers and orders, and our modular, scalable, API-based microservices help you connect travelers to the experiences they seek. But that's just the start. We know you and your customers need more. That's why we're building the travel marketplace of the future, to truly open up a world of possibilities. So let's go. The future is open. Are you ready? What's our vision for the future of travel retail? We think it's wide open. Open for business today with the tech you need for tomorrow. Breaking free of legacy systems and opening the door to offers and orders that enable you to build retailing experiences your way. Today, Sabre's advanced artificial intelligence and machine learning solutions lets you personalize offers, optimize choice, and maximize revenue opportunities. We're also delivering personalized NDC-enabled offers and orders, and our modular, scalable, API-based microservices help you connect travelers to the experiences they seek. But that's just the start. We know you and your customers need more. That's why we're building the travel marketplace of the future, to truly open up a world of possibilities. So let's go. The future is open. Are you ready? What's our vision for the future of travel retail? We think it's wide open. Open for business today with the tech you need for tomorrow. Breaking free of legacy systems and opening the door to offers and orders that enable you to build retailing experiences your way. Today, Sabre's advanced artificial intelligence and machine learning solutions lets you create personalized offers, optimize choice, and maximize revenue opportunities. We're also delivering personalized NDC-enabled offers and orders, and our modular, scalable, API-based microservices help you connect travelers to the experiences they seek. But that's just the start. We know you and your customers need more. That's why we're building the travel marketplace of the future, to truly open up a world of possibilities. So let's go. The future is open. Are you ready? What's our vision for the future of travel retail? We think it's wide open. Open for business today with the tech you need for tomorrow. Breaking free of legacy systems and opening the door to offers and orders that enable you to build retailing experiences your way. Today, Sabre's advanced artificial intelligence and machine learning solutions lets you create personalized offers, optimize choice, and maximize revenue opportunities. We're also delivering personalized NDC-enabled offers and orders, and our modular, scalable, API-based microservices help you connect travelers to the experiences they seek. But that's just the start. We know you and your customers need more. That's why we're building the travel marketplace of the future, to truly open up a world of possibilities. So let's go. The future is open.
Hello, good morning from Lagos, Nigeria. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you can hear me clearly and you are excited to be here today, please let me see you engage in the chat section. Please just confirm first that you can hear me. And let me see you say good morning. Good morning, everyone. All right, I'm looking out to be sure that every participant can hear me. So please kindly confirm that you can hear me and that you can hear me clearly. All right, while we are at that, good morning and welcome to this week's virtual training session. We have had a series of sessions and I hope they have all been exciting and you have learned and discovered many new things or you have relearned and maybe unlearned as well. So we are so excited to have you join us again today, whether you have been joining from the first session that we had or this is your first time. It's our pleasure to have you join us today. And we would like you to introduce yourself. Just tell us your name, your agency, your location, where you're joining us from. It will be exciting to know people who have joined us from other parts of the world, because I know we have been having audience from or participants from other parts of the world. And if you're from Lagos, Nigeria, or from Nigeria, it's also a pleasure to welcome you today. So please um, let us have you. Thank you, Madam Ngozi. Please pardon me if I'm unable to pronounce your name very well. Good morning. Thank you so much, Madam Ngozi, for confirming. Please let us know where you are joining us from, your agency name, your agency name, and your location. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. And yes, so today's session will be on PNR modifications. Like I said earlier, we have learned different aspects of the Sabre 360, navigating the Sabre 360 as a user. So whether you're a new user, whether you're a seasoned travel professional, um, we are here to serve you, and we trust that you have been learning and discovering thus far. Again, today we promise you that um, your time will be worth it, because this session will equip you with the knowledge and skills you need to confidently navigate the Sabre 360 and handle any PNR modification requests you would have efficiently and accurately. So we know that PNR modification is one of the areas where people are very, very careful to walk around, because we know that any wrong alteration on your PNLs could lead to ADM from the airline. So we are yet to show you how to do it, how to make your modifications efficiently and accurately. And last week, we had a lot of feedback about the about the graphical user interface of the Sabre 360 platform. And you can be assured that Sabre as a company, we are yet to shape the future of travel through our technology. So we have different aspects of the Sabre 360 that you are yet to uncover. And we trust that as you continue to join us every session, you will learn and discover many aspects of Sabre 360 and how to navigate properly. So I want to go back to my chat session to start welcoming everyone who has started interacting there, who has started engaging. All right, from Kura Holdings, that sounds familiar. It's so good to have you on this call today, Madam Ngozi. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining us. And we trust that today's session will be worth it for you. I'm sure we have other people who have joined us, but Madam Ngozi appears to be our first engager today. So we are celebrating her in the room. Yeah, as our first engager for today. Please, we would encourage everyone to kindly engage this chat section because we encourage active participation and engagement. Be free to ask questions using the chat section, share insights, interact. Let's engage with one another because we understand that the richness of learning experience does not come with just, having the facilitator dish out the things he has for us today, but also when we exchange ideas, when we exchange experiences, we have learned from questions people have asked over previous sessions where they are because of real life scenarios. So please don't hold back, be free to engage and participate actively, and we are sure that we'll learn from one another, and we'll have great time together. So again, I'm looking out for people who are engaging the chat session. I'm wondering why people are not yet engaging, and I hope it's not because you cannot hear me, because I have a confirmation that I am audible enough. So please indulge us before I bring up our amazing and seasoned facilitator for today. Please indulge us and engage in the chat section. Let us know your name, your agency, where you're joining us from. I'd like to welcome you in a grand style, right? Because we believe that everyone who is joining this call today is a seasoned travel professional. So whether you're new, whether you have a number of years of experience, we celebrate you. We are happy to have you here today. So a few things that you should expect today, as I look forward to people still coming in and as our facilitator gets prepared for us today. Um, we would be having a deep dive, we'll have that hands-on session where we would explore um, how to make changes on the Sabre 360, how to make changes on your PNR, your date change, how to make corrections, and every other aspect that has to do with modifications of a PNR. You will learn techniques on how to streamline your workflow. Some people might have been finding it difficult to actually make modifications on Sabre Red 360. So this would help you know how to do it seamlessly. And you find out that it's so easy. It's super easy. So you learn the tricks, you learn the tips, practical tips and tricks that you need to be able to navigate the Sabre Red 360 while making your PNR modifications easily. All right, I have just a few seconds to go before I welcome my facilitator, our facilitator for today. I can see Ellen of Travel Dane has joined us. Welcome, Ellen. It's so good to have you on the call today. Thank you for responding and engaging on the chat section. Welcome, Oladesu Grace from Interguide. Welcome, Martins from IBAT. Welcome, Maria from Immaculate. Welcome, Maria Immaculate from Finch Glow. Pardon me, please. Maria, you're welcome. Deborah from Fazo Travels, you're welcome. Thank you, everyone who has engaged thus far. And without further ado, I would be handing over to our facilitator for today. And like today is to deal with, we're just going to be covering PNR modifications. So join me in welcoming our seasoned facilitator, Ibrahim.
Thank you, Daglola, and thanks everyone for joining us. I am excited to be your facilitator for today's session. So without wasting much of our time, let's dive into the schedule of the day. On our cast this morning, we'll be treating PNR modification. And as we know, PNR modification is all about how we make certain changes on an existing PNR or modify certain steps before we hand a PNR on the Sabre system. PNR modification as well can be done prior to handing a PNR or after ending a PNR, as the case may be. Certain modifications such as name change, segment increase or decrease in party can only be carried out before we hand a PNR on the Sabre system. So now during this session, we'll be learning on how to cancel segments, cancel specific segment, cancel a range of segments, and cancel entire itinerary using the manual command bar. So as well, we'll learn some certain shortcut entries for canceling and rebooking flight as well. We'll learn as well how we can insert, rearrange on out, and how we advise unknown segment, arrival unknown, on a PNR. As well, we will dive into change and delete on PNR feeds. So while we are discussing this, so we'll learn how to modify certain feeds and delete passenger information in a PNR. This field includes such as phone feed, phone number, ticketing, dates, passenger names, and remarks. We also go into how we can change certain number of seats on our segment prior to before we hand the PNR. We should have this at the back of our mind that increasing and decreasing of seats in party on Sabre can only be advised before we end our PNR on the system. We can increase all segments and we can reduce number of seats to a certain number that we want. For example, like I'm having to book certain number of passengers to a certain destination. While I was in the middle of the reservation, I noticed I've picked more than the number of seats that are required by my passenger. So there's a way I can directly reduce the number of seats to the certain number of passengers I have. And if I have picked less than the number of passengers I need to book to, so there's a way I can as well also increase the number of seats before I hand my PNR. As I've said earlier, we should note that increasing and decreasing of seats in parties on Sabre can only be advised before we hand a PNR. Next is how we can divide passenger from a PNR. Under this, we'll be learning how we can bring out a single name out of a PNR, divide multiple names sequentially, range of names on fields, or making changes to a PNR. That is, if along the line while we are doing the division, because for us to carry out division of passenger on a PNR on Sabre, we must have a reason. There must be a reason because we need to effect a change on any PNR we are bringing out, on any passenger name we are bringing out of the PNR. So we'll learn alongside if probably while putting out the passenger's name, we don't need the itinerary again. So we can cancel it alongside. So we end, we file, then we have our new bookings and the old PNRs that we are working with. So another thing we'll be discussing is how we can change air segment status code. So under this, we will learn how to modify the status of air segments. So how to confirm them from a waitlist, confirm from a pending status, and confirm schedule change from any of the from any activities we are carrying out on a PNR. So now we'll be moving to the practical session of today's session. I would have to quickly sign in an ID to show us how we can carry out all this. As I said earlier, if I want to cancel a segment on a particular booking, either I've ended the PNR or I've just making the reservation, I'll be showing you how we navigate through the process on the system right now. I'm having a passenger that is traveling from Lagos to London via Ethiopian Airlines on 15th of April. I've chosen to pick 2 seats on Victor class. The return date is around 10 days to this time. I'm picking 2 seats on Quebec class for the return. I have my itinerary. Now, if my passenger called me, that probably while they were sending me the name, there is a mistake on the date. Oh, I'm not going again on the 15th of April. While I'm on the reservation, I don't need to ignore this. All I'll just do is I will cancel the outbound, which is the going, which is 15th of April, then rebook to the new date that the passenger has advised to me. How do we effect this change? If we are dealing with a Maori segment that is a non-direct flight like we have on the system in our front right now on Ethiopian Airlines, because we know ET doesn't go directly to London, they have to stop in Addis Ababa, then from there to our final destination. All I will just do is to cancel the flight, the aspect that I don't need again. All I will just do is X-ray the segment number. I'm taking out segment 1 and 2. With this command on the system, I can remove my segment 1 and 2. I'll call up my itinerary again. Then I will display the new date. Let's say our passenger will say, okay, I want to leave earlier than 15, probably like 13th of April. All I will do is 13th April, Lagos, London. I'll sell based on what I have on the system. I have kilo class. Now, I have cancelled the outbound, which I don't need again, and I have rebooked it. Now, let's assume we are dealing with a direct flight. This destination is from Lagos to Addis Ababa via Ethiopian airline. All I will do is sell my seat, display my return date. Then my passenger calls back again that on this, they are not going again on 20th of April. They want to change their date. I don't need to ignore this PNR. All I will do is I'll cancel the part they are requesting to change, which is my outbound. I'll cancel segment 1. We display their new dates. Now I have my 15th of April back on the reservation, which is the new date that my passenger are requesting for. On this, I can as well cancel and rebook from the availability that I have. How do we go about this? My passenger has told me, fine, or I want to change the class of service from Victor class to another class, let's say probably my class. So all I'll just do is I'll cancel the segment I want to leave out, which is segment 1, X-ray 1. The segment number I want to leave out, which is X-ray figure 1. Then cross of Lauren, the number of seats I want to sell. I'm selling for 2 passengers. And which class did I want to pick? I want to pick my class on which line number? 1. With this, the system is going to remove all I will do is X-ray, the line number which I want to pull out, cross of Lauren, the number of seats I want to sell. If it is 2 seats, then the class I want to pick on that segment. Then the line number that I'm selling from. If it is line 1, I'll pick. Then we can see now that I have my Yankee class back instead of my class, instead of the Victor class I was working with on the system. Now, if probably I want to cancel range of segments, I want to cancel from segment 1 to 2, segment 2 to 3, 3 to 4, based on the number of segments I have on the screen. All I'll just do is X-ray, the number of seats, the segment line number that I want to get rid of. If it is 1 to 2, I'll put 1-2. This will cancel based on the fact that I have two segments here. This will cancel only the 2 segments that I have here. That is, I'm telling the system to remove segment 1 and 2. But if on a situation whereby we have 4 segments, and I want to cancel the range. If it is a married segment, I won't be able to do that because being a married segment, I can only pull out either from sector 1 to 2 or 3 to 4, or pull out the whole segment, which is from 1 to 4. Like on this case now, if I decide to cancel the whole segment, if I try to press enter on this entry now, what I'm going to have is that all the segment I have here, which is the 2 segments, will be off the system. I will have to start all over again. Now, with this, if I do my asterisk India, the system will tell me that there is no itinerary because I have only 2 segments, only 2 sectors displayed, and I have instructed the system to get rid of the 2. Now, if I want to cancel as well and rebook arrival unknown, all I will just do is I pull out the segment number I don't want from my itinerary. On this itinerary on our screen now, if, for instance, I want to insert arrival unknown on this itinerary, and as well, I want to get rid of certain sector on this reservation, all I'll just do is to cancel that sector, which I don't want again. X-ray, let's say I don't want 1 and 2, then cross of Lorraine, figure 0 alpha. With this, we have seen the status, the response from the system telling us that the segment arrival unknown has been added. If I do my asterisk Indian, we can see that our segment line 1 is now giving us the arrival unknown status, and the system has already helped us to cancel segment 1 and 2 that we have before on the system. If you can look up here, before this our PNR, we have 15th of April, Lagos, Dubai. Then after the command, the system has helped us to cancel segment 1 and 2 and insert arrival unknown. And as well, if it's just the arrival unknown I want to input on this reservation, I don't want to cancel out anything. All I will just do is I will just do slash where I want the arrival or not to know, the number I want it to fall after, if probably it is before line 1 or after line 2. That's what I will do. If I want it to fall after line 2 now, based on the example I want to cite, I'll put /2, then slash my arrival unknown command. I'll press enter. Now, can we see that the system has helped us to insert our arrival unknown? If I do my asterisk Indian to check my itinerary, we can see now that we have our arrival unknown on line 3 present on this booking. This is how we advise arrival unknown after any of the line number of the segment we want it to fall into. Let's say, again, if I want the arrival unknown to come before line 1, my outbound file from Lagos to Addis, all I'll just do is /1, then /0 alpha. We can see that my arrival unknown is now on line 2. It has now fall between Lagos Addis and Addis Dubai. So we can put our arrival unknown on anywhere we want it to appear on the our itinerary arrangement. Now, if I want to cancel range of segments and I want to insert arrival unknown, as I have said earlier, I have married segments on this PNR. The range that I can cancel can either be from 1 to 2 or 3 to 4, or probably I cancel from 1 to 4. That is, I'm getting rid of all the itineraries on this PNR. But for the sake of this session, I'll try to pull out sector 1 and 2, then advise my arrival unknown. All I will do is X-ray the range I want it to go from 1 to 2, then cross of Lauren, my arrival unknown format, which is this. I have instructed the system to cancel from 1 to 2 and insert arrival unknown after segment 2. Now let's see what we have on our display. Can we see that the system has removed our Lagos to Addis, Addis to Dubai, and put arrival unknown before our return date, which is 25th of April. Now, if I just want to cancel alone, cancel range of segment alone, I want to cancel range of segment from 1 to 4, 1 to 2, 3 to 4, blah, 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 the way we want it. So all I'll just do is X-ray 1 to 2. This is going to help me to cancel segment 1 and 2. Can we see that our outbound, which is Lagos to Dubai, is no more on the itinerary when I display the itinerary? Now, if I want to get rid of the whole itinerary on the system, it's either I do X-ray 1 to 4, that is, I'm canceling the range of 1 to 4. I'm telling the system I don't want all the itineraries again on this PNR. With this, system is going to cancel all the itinerary. If I do asterisk India now, you will see what the system is going to tell us, that there is no itinerary, meaning I have instructed the system to cancel from 1 to 4. Likewise, this can also be achieved with only X-ray India. This as well has already also instructed the system to cancel all the itinerary. Now, using this same PNR, I want to show us how we can move segments and return them back to their position. Now, as we can see, I have Lagos, Addis, Addis, Dubai, Dubai, Addis, then Addis back to Lagos. All I will do is slash the number I want to move. Let's say I want to move 2 to 4. I'll just use 2/2, then /4. With this, I have scattered this itinerary. We can see what the system has done for us. The system has pushed okay. The system has helped me to push Addis Lagos, which is supposed to be 25th of April, which is supposed to be my last leg on this itinerary, from segment 4 to after segment 1, where I instructed it to go to. This command has helped me to move segment 4 that I have initially on my itinerary to after line number 1. We can see now that we now have our Addis Lagos, which is supposed to be our last return leg to Lagos, on our segment line number 2. Likewise, our 15th of April, which is supposed to follow suit after Lagos Addis has been moved to line 3. Now we now have this, which is supposed to be our third sector, that is from Dubai to Addis, has been pushed to segment number 4. Now, all I will do now is I want to turn this back to its position. Now, all I'll just tell the system is slash the number I'm pulling it back to, and where I want the missing segment to return back to, /2. Now, can we see we have our itinerary back to where it's supposed to be? Now our itinerary is now showing us what we have before: Lagos Addis, which is on 15th of April, Addis Dubai, which is on the same date. Then our Dubai Addis has returned back to its normal position, which is on 25th of April, and we have our Addis back to Lagos, which was transferred from line 4 to 3 to 2 before. Now, we'll be moving to how we can change and delete PNR feeds. How can I change my ticket time limit? How can I change a phone number I have on a booking? How can I override a remark that I have on a booking? And any other answers that are present on our reservation. Now, let's take, for instance, I've seen here that the airline gave me an option of canceling this reservation by 29th of March. And let's say year before, I have advised today's date, which is supposed to be 28th of March. I can instruct the system to change this to a new date so that I can buy more time for the cancellation date. Now, if I want to use 8, all I will just do is figure 8, change key, the time I want the system to get rid of the itinerary on the particular date I want to advise. Let's say I'm using 1300, which is 1 p.m. local Nigeria time. Then slash the date I want the system to change the cancellation date to. Now, with this asterisk shows me that this command is correct and the system has accepted it. The next thing I'll do is to retain this change on this PNR. I will do my reference, which is 6, my name, and retrieve, then ignore and retrieve. We can see from here that our previous time limit, which was 11 p.m. 29th of March, has changed to 1 p.m. Nigerian time, 30th of March. Likewise, if I want to use figure 7, as we know, a Sabre system, we always advance our time limit with either figure 7 or figure 8. Now, if I'm to use 7, all I will do as well is figure 7, change key, ticket at will. Then I'll advise the new date. Let's say 1st of April slash. With this as well, the system is going to change the ticket time limit for me as well. Now, since what I've typed is correct, you see that the system has accepted it. The next thing I will do is to effect the change. To stay on the PNR, I will do 6, my name, have, then I have. Now we can see that the ticket time limit line has changed from 30th of March to 2nd April, 4 a.m. Now, the essence of this is for some certain airline, probably this PNR was being ticketed by airline, and the ticket time limit we used previously was 8, and the ticket number is not showing on our system. It's not reflecting on the PNR. As we have it, like we know when we get a PNR ticketed, this ticket time limit signature line is going to change to the date we get it ticketed, the PCC and the likes will appear here. Now, for the case of dealing with airline on a particular PNR, and I know after all the necessary process, the airline will advise us to go and advise the ticket number on the PNR. If we had used 8 on that reservation before the airline worked on it, we need to go back to the system to change it to ticket at will by using 7 ticket time limits. Now, how do we do that? All we just do is 7 Tango Alpha Whiskey slash. We have instructed the system that we don't want, because anytime I have advised on this, when the time comes and the system is seeing the time and the date on it, the system is going to get rid of the itinerary. To avoid that, all we have to do is use our 7 Tango Alpha Whiskey slash, then we ref, we do IHAL. With this, we have advised our ticket number, and we have used 7 Tango Alpha Whiskey as our ticket time limit. Nothing is going to happen to our reservation. Now we move to how to modify phone feed. Let's assume on this PNR, I have 2 phone numbers here. Probably while inserting one, there was a mistake. The number was not complete, or I input a wrong number. I omitted any of the figures while typing in. I can replace the particular phone number, and I can delete it outrightly from the booking. If I'm to replace only, all I will just tell the system is I will use my figure 9, which is the action code to enter phone feed on the Sabre system. My figure 9, the number that the phone number I want to remove first on my booking. In this case, let's assume we want to replace phone number line 1, the line number, the change key, then I type the new phone number. Probably the last number that is supposed to be on our line 1 phone number should be 6 or 9. All I will just do is type the new number 070 564 234 5679. With this, the system is going to replace this phone number that we have on line 1 with this for me. Now, The system has accepted it, that the entry is correct. All I will do next is do 6, my name, Echo Romeo, and then retrieve, then I have. We can see that this phone number that we have in line 1 here, which formerly ended with figure 8, is now showing figure 9. I don't need to delete all the phone number before I can change it to, before I can correct any omission that I have while typing in the number. If probably I don't need the number again, I want to get rid of the number entirely, all I will just do is 9, the 9 number that the phone number first. Let's assume in this case, I want to delete phone number on line 2 outrightly from this booking. I'll just do 9 figure 2 change key. With this, I have instructed the system to delete phone number, that's phone number 0903987 away from this reservation. To make this change be effective on this PNR, what I'll do next is 6, my name, I have. On our phone feed, we can see now that we are having 2 phone numbers here before, but since we don't need the second phone number, we have totally removed it from the PNR. Now, on remark feed, let's say probably like on this PNR now, I have 2 remark feed. The one be at the airport 4 hours before your departure. Have a nice trip. The rest are for the PNR that was divided out of the PNR. Now, if for instance, I want to delete remark number 1 on this and replace it with another text, all I will do is 5, the number I want to get out, the line number is 4, so we want to remove be at the airport 4 hours before your departure time away from this booking, and it falls on remark line number 1, the number, the change key, then I type in the text I want to replace this with. Maybe I just want to change it to have a wonderful trip experience. Now, with this, the system has helped me to remove the line number 1 remark and replacing it with this. If I want this to stay on this PNR, after this, the next thing I'll do is 6, my name as well, Echo Romeo, I have. Now, we can see now that we have, instead of on our line 1 before, that we have be at the airport 4 hours before your departure time, has been replaced, has been changed to have a nice trip. That is how to replace a remark feed with another text. Probably I don't want the remark, maybe the second remark which says have a nice trip, I don't want it to appear again on my PNR. All I will do is my figure 5, the line number it falls to on my remark list is number 2, the number with my change key. With this, I've instructed the system that I don't want remark line number 2 again on this PNR. All I will do next is ref as well, 6, name, enter, Echo Romeo, then Indian Romeo. Now we can see that I don't have the remark that says have a nice trip again on my remark feed. It's been deleted out of this PNR as we have it here before. Now to explain how we can modify name, as we have said earlier during the earlier presentation, that can be done before a PNR is being ended on the system. Now I'll quickly make a reservation now, adding name, then I'll take us through the steps. 1, now, on this reservation, I have 2 passengers on this booking with name Adeoken Nuru and Adeoken Damilola. They are traveling from Lagos to London. Their outbound is from Lagos to London Gatwick, and their return is supposed to be from London Heathrow back to Lagos. While making my reservation, probably Mr. Nuru's name is not well spelled. I want to change it to the right name, or I want to change his name entirely, replace it with another person's name, with another name on this booking. All I will do is, if I'm taking off Mr. Nuruddin's name on this PNR, I will just do hyphen his name number on the PNR, which is 1.1, change key. Now the system has helped me to delete Mr. Nuru's name. If I do asterisk Nancy now, I'll be seeing only Adeoken Damilola on this booking. Now, there is a way I can as well remove Mr. Adeoken's name on this booking and replace it with another name entirely. All I will do is hyphen his name now will fall on line 2 because I've deleted it before and re-enter it again. Now, let's say I want to replace his name with another name on this PNR. All I will just do is, it's now on number 2-2, change key, then I typed in the surname, the new surname I want to replace his name with. There, slash other names. Me. Now, this has helped me to remove Mr. Nuruddin's name on this booking and replace it with Mrs. Shodia's name, Mrs. Shodia booking's name. Now, if I do asterisk Nancy, all I have now is, we can see before, our name on this PNR was showing us Mr. Nuruddin and Ms. Damilola. Mr. Nuruddin, which was passenger 2.1 on this reservation, has been changed entirely or be replaced with another name, which is Shodia Bumi, by typing hyphen his name item number on the booking, which is 2, change key, the new name I want to advise on this booking, the surname first, then slash the other name. Now we can see, as we have here before, when I did asterisk Nancy, showing me Adeokin Damilola and Adeokin Nuru. Now here, with this entry, we now have Adeokin Damilola and Mr. Nuru's name has been replaced with the new name that we have advised to be Shodia Bumi here. Now, for instance as well, let's say while I was entering Mrs. Shodia Bumi's name, the last name which I entered to be Bumi was not correct. Probably it was Oluwabumi, Adebumi, or entirely not Bumi. All I will do as well is to change the name with this entry, hyphen, its name item number on the booking, which is 2.1, with my change key. Then I advise the new correct other name, which is Oluwabumi. Now, with this, I have instructed the system to correct Bumi, to correct Mrs. Shodia Bumi's name to Shodia Oluwabumi. Once I do my asterisk Nancy, we can see now that the Bumi, ordinary Bumi that we have here, has been changed to Shodia Oluwabumi, which is the new correct name that my passenger has sent to me. Now, with this, I have my itinerary, the name passenger, everything aligned together now. I can go ahead to complete this reservation. I have to come to use this to explain how, because I've said earlier, while we started the call, that if we want to change name and increase I said earlier, if on this reservation now, I have 2 passengers and probably their name, while I was making the reservation, they were supposed to be 3 or 4. As long as this PNR has not been ended, all I will just do is I increase this with comma 4, then add other names that are missing out. All I'll do is comma figure 4. That is, I'm telling the system that I want to increase this number of seats from 2 to 4. Enter. Now you can see the response from the system that, and I have 4 seats starting from segment 1. If I do my asterisk India now, from 2 to 4. Likewise, all I'll just do next is, if I'm maintaining this number of seats, I will remember that I have to go back and complete the name I have before to make the number to be 4. Because if I didn't add the remaining 2 names to make up with the number of seats I have here, I won't be able to end this PNR. Likewise, if I have sold 4 seats and my customer go back to me, or the mistake comes from me while picking, instead of picking 2 seats, I sold 4 seats. All I will just do is, I don't need to ignore this whole itinerary. I'll just use my comma as well to reduce the number back to the number of seats I want, which is 2. With this, the system has helped me to remove this number of seats, which these 4 that I have here, to 2, starting from segment line number 1. With my asterisk India now, I have 2 seats available to complete this PNR. If I want to further ahead to add other qualifier that we have learned in previous sessions since the start of this program, I'll just complete the reservation, then I hand the passenger from a PNR. Now, as I explained earlier, we don't just decide to divide a particular PNR or a particular reservation on the system without us having any reason to make any change on the name we are pulling out of that PNR. I can't just decide that because this passenger, they want me to send the ticket to them one after the other. I'll just decide on my own and divide them into different numbers and start sending them to email. No. On Sabre, there are several ways in which you can get the passengers sorted out while they were on that same PNR, sent to your email separately. You don't need to go back to the system and start dividing the names out and start sending them to your email one by one. All you need to do, if you don't remember the format, contact any of Sabre staff, or you get back to HelpDesk team, they will put you through. Now, we are going back to our previous PNR we are dealing with, which is Shodia's family's name. Now I have the reservation back here. I have, of course, to make changes on Mr. Nuruddin's name on this PNR. Mr. Nuruddin is passenger number 4 on this reservation, Shodia Nuruddin Hadewali. Now, Mr. Nuruddin or the family called that find Mr. Nuruddin is no longer traveling with them on 15th of April. Maybe his date has changed or for any reason it's not going at all. You want to refund the ticket or get rid of the itinerary. All I will just do is delta the number Mr. Nuruddin forced on this booking. Mr. Nuruddin is our passenger 4.1 on this reservation. I will put his name item number on the booking, which is 4, enter. Now we can see that Mr. Nuruddin's name has been pulled out, but this is not all. How I will just cancel this booking alongside the division process. The next thing I will do is X-ray India. That is, I'm telling the system that I don't want Mr. Nuruddin's itinerary again. Probably I'm changing the entire date or it's no longer traveling again. After then, I will do 6, my name. Then the next thing I'll do is I'll have to file this process by doing further, enter. Can we see? Mr. Nuruddin's itinerary has been splitted out of this. Remaining 3 members of the family, which are Mrs. Bukola, Mr. Joshua, and Ms. Damilola. What I'll do next is, after filing the process, I will do receive from again, 6, my name as well, then Echo Romeo, and I have. Now, looking at the remarks section, we can see what the system has done on this reservation. Now, the system is telling us that today on this line that I have pulled out, this is the new PNR for Mr. Nuruddin that has been divided out. Out of this, our old PNR. This PNR was being divided on this PCC by this agent signing at this time, today's date, and this is my new PNR for Mr. Nuruddin. If I pick this new PNR and retrieve it on the system, we will find out that we will find no itinerary again on Mr. Nuruddin's. Alongside our division process. Now, I'm copying Mr. Nuruddin's PNR out of this to show us what has happened on his itinerary. Can we see that Mr. Nuruddin, because I have done X-ray India, that is, I have instructed the system, fine, I might have a new date or this person is not going alongside again with these people. I have instructed the system to cancel this itinerary alongside. That's the reason why we are not seeing any reservation again. If that X-ray India process doesn't come in within the process, I'll still have same itinerary, everything retained from Mr. Nuruddin. What I will do next is to display the new date that Mr. Nuruddin wants to embark on his own journey, aside from others. Now, I can see the history of the PNR. I splitted Mr. Nuruddin out again on Mr. Nuruddin's booking. That is, the system is telling me that Mr. Nuruddin's name was splitted out of this PNR by this time on this date. Now, this is telling me that the PNR that Mr. Nuruddin was pulled out from, which is this, has 4 passengers before. And this is Mr. Nuruddin that has been pulled out, that is retained on this our new PNR. Now, that is how to pull a single name out of a PNR. I'll go back to same itinerary again for the Shodia family. Now, Mr. Nuruddin is out. We have 3 of the family members remaining on the booking. Now, I can as well probably Mrs. Bukola, which is our passenger 1.1, and Miss Damilola, which is passenger 3.1, is no longer going again. I don't need to be scared. All I will do is, with my division action code, Delta, the number I want to pull out, where Mrs. Damilola falls, and Miss Damilola and Miss Bukola and Damilola falls. Miss Bukola on this booking is passenger 1.1. I'll put his line number, then asterisk the other person I'm pulling on alongside with her, which is Miss Damilola, which is on line 3. Now, with this, the system has helped me to pull out Mrs. Bukola's name and Mrs. Damilola on our. We can see from here that we now have Mrs. Bukola and Ms. Damilola pulled out of the PNL. If I want to cancel them alongside, or I have to effect change on them, I won't repeat the process of doing X-ray India. The next thing I will do here is 6, my name, enter. I'll ref again 6. Then I have. Now, we can see that on our whole PNL, it is only Mr. Joshua that the name is present on the reservation. That is Miss is the one just divided now that belongs to Mrs. Bukola and Damilola, divided out of this PCC by this agent sign on by this time, today's date, and then their PNR. If we pick up this PNR now, the next thing we have to do is because I did not cancel the itinerary, meaning probably we want to effect a date change on either their outbound or inbound sector. I will immediately pick up their PNR and effect the change immediately. As I've said earlier, we don't just divide it. I'll paste the PNR, fine, probably for Miss Bukola and Mr. Lola, they have something doing on 15th of April. Probably we have to extend their date to like on the 17th or 18th. All I will do is I will display the new name, the new date rather, 17th April, Lagos to Dubai on Ethiopian Airline. Then now I've cancelled segment 1 and 2. If I do my asterisk there before selling the seat, you see that I'm no longer having 15th of April, which is their departure date on this reservation again. I'll have to come back to my display of the seat availability from the airline. I'm having Victor class, so I will sell Victor class for the two of them. Now, after selling, all I will do is I will ref and end and receive. This, the next thing I have to do is contact whoever agency that has get this business, that I've done this business with, to help me effect the change of the new date on it. 6, my name, Echo Romeo, I have. Now, we can see that on any of the PNL that I've pulled out or name, I am still seeing the history of all that has happened on all the activities I have carried out on that name. I'm still seeing this is the PNL for Mr. Nuruddin that was photo. If we call up our old PNL now, finding out that it is only Mr. Joshua that will be remaining on that PNL. Now we have only Mr. Joshua because we have divided Mr. Nuruddin separately. We divided Miss Bukola and Damilola together, and we now have only Mr. Joshua, meaning it is only Mr. Joshua that is maintaining the initial date that we make this reservation on. Others, either in one way or the other, they decided not to go again, or they have changed their dates. And we should have at the back of our mind that we don't just divide a PNR for no reason. We must have a particular reason, and immediately we are done with the division process, we effect the change. That is the reason why we have divided the PNR. We must effect the change on it almost immediately. Now, we move to how we change air segment status. Now, on this new reservation that popped up on our screen for Mrs. Showumi Grace. If we look at it very well, we'll see that the status of the booking is not in the right way. Because on Sabre, while you are ending any reservation, what we are supposed to be seeing here is sugar, is hotel kilo. That is booking confirmed. That is the status on Sabre system. This hotel Lima here is telling me that this is on waitlist, not yet confirmed. You can see the status on our Addis Dubai, which is sector 2. We are having Kilo Lima, meaning the airline has confirmed this sector. And I must change it back to the right status that it must show on the system. Here, again, we see that these are not yet confirmed. Now, how do I change this sector that I have confirmed to Hotel Kilo, which is booking hold confirmed? Now, all I will just do is dot the line number I'm trying to change. This line number I have Hotel Kilo Lima on, which is our line 2, our sector Addis to Dubai. The line number, which is 2, here, we have 2 here. Then Hotel Kilo. With this, enter. Can you do it? The system is telling me that it is done. That is, this process is being confirmed. With my asterisk Indian, let's see what the status is going to be. Like I've said, as we are having here before, on this line 2, let's focus on this line 2. We are having Kilo Lima. That is, all these whole itinerary were being waitlisted, and the airline has helped me confirm only sector 2 to Kilo Lima, and I want to change it to the right status it's supposed to be, which is Hotel Kilo. All I will just do is dot the line number which I'm having the status I need to change, which is line 2, and I'll put the status I want it to change to, which is Hotel Kilo. You can see from here that my line 2 is now showing Hotel Kilo. If I want to retain this change on this PNR, all I will do next is 6, my name, that is, I will ref this PNR, then I will do EHAL, Echo Romeo, and Indian Romeo. I will end and retrieve and ignore and retrieve. Now, for instance, if probably I was lucky enough, all this sector were showing Kilo Lima, Kilo Lima. That is, the airline confirmed all these sectors for me before going back to check on my PNL. Because at the initial PNL, all the sectors were waitlisted. Now, all I'll just do is, if I'm to change all at once to my Hotel Kilo status, all I'll just do is dot Hotel Kilo Alpha Lima Lima. If I press enter now, because I am not having this Kilo Lima on all the status, it may not go through, which I believe it will not. But for the sake of learning and for this class, so this is how we change all sectors at once. If all of them are having either Kilo Lima, Kilo, all those confirmed status from the airline. So this is how we change all sectors as one to booking confirmed, which is Hotel Kilo. Admin all, can you see? The system only helps us work. The system it did not even give us any response because all are not on Kilo Lima. Admin all these sectors by showing Kilo Lima like we did for only sector 2, we will have same response of showing that everything is being done and confirmed to go on with. Now, if, for instance, I am having Kilo Lima on line 2 and line 4. All I will do is to confirm it, I'll just do dot the 2-line number, because this is 2 and 4, dot 2 slash the other line number, then my hotel kilo. With this, as I have said and explained, if this sector 2 is showing Kilo Lima and the sector 4 is showing Kilo Lima, this is how I will change the status to hotel kilo. Now, if probably I have my Kilo Lima status from here, maybe probably from line 1 to 3, all I will do to change that process is dot 1-3, then the booking confirmed status, which is hotel kilo. Let's say, for instance, I have a schedule change status on this booking. You know, at times, airline will do the whole process for us by themselves by probably turning the affected sector that the change is having effect on our itinerary to unable to confirm status, which is uniform Nancy, this status, and again helped us confirm the booking to a new date that will be showing Kilo Lima. Now we can confirm this. Probably we have our trip case hand on our phone or anywhere. When we receive the airline message, the next thing we have to do is retrieve the PNR. Now, the essence of all this is to have a timely information based on what is happening on our reservation on the system. With the TripCase app, any effect or any change that is happening to any of our reservation, we will be seeing the correspondent prompt on our email, our phone, and all the time. So we can always go back to our system to know whether the airline has done the changes directly themselves, or we have to contact whoever that has helped us to get the PNR ticketed. For instance of what I'm trying to explain earlier, let's say the airline has helped us confirm this to Kilo Lima, and the change, they cancel the schedule change, the line it affected has turned to uniform Nancy. All I just have to tell the system to do is X-ray the line number that is showing the uniform Nancy status. Let's say the uniform Nancy status is on line 3 or line 1. All I'll just do is to tell the system X-ray the line number I'm saying the unable to confirm status, which is uniform Nancy, then cross of Lauren, my dot, the line number that the new date or timing they have changed to that is showing this Kilo Lima status on the booking. I'll code the number .2, then HK. With this, the system should help me remove the uniform Nancy status, and as well on a single entry, help me turn my Kilo Lima status to Hotel Kilo. This, I can as well do it by cancelling the sector separately. Probably it's on sector 1, I cancel sector 1, do my aesthetic India again to know where the Kilo Lima status is now falling on the line number, then change that status alone separately. Now, again, what we'll be looking at is how we can add email, remove email on an itinerary. Now, we are back to the Shodia family. And on this, I don't have any email yet. It's asterisk Papa Echo. The system will tell you the number of email, whether you have email or not on the booking. I want to advise their email because of Lauren. Now, I've advised two email address on this booking. All I'll do next is ref and now, if probably I discover that any of these email number are not correctly spelled or that is a wrong email address, all I'll just do is Papa Echo. If probably, for instance, is the email number on line 1 that I want to delete out of this, all I'll just do is Papa Echo the number, the line number that the email falls on, which is line 1, then my change key. With this, I have gotten rid of email number 1 on this itinerary. Now, all I'll do next is to effect the change on the PNR. I will ref again. I will do Echo Romeo, then EHAL and IHAL. We can see that Nuru at yahoo.com, email number 1 on this booking has been gotten rid of with this command. Now, if probably I want to remove the last email number, which belongs to Miss Shodia, all I will do as well is Papa Echo. Because I'm having only one email, I can put one change key, or I can decide to do Papa Echo change it. Because I'm having only that email remain on the system will pull it off. With this, completing with my ref, when I have the system has helped me to remove Miss Shodia's email from this booking. How do I know if the line number that my receipt from, my phone fee, ticket time limit, all those things where they fall, whether they are present on my reservation with my asset Papa 9? This is going to tell me if I have a phone fee present on this PNR. Likewise, if I want to check for time limits, all I'll do is asset Papa figure 7 or this, or again, I can do asterisk Papa figure 8. The two works for time limits. I want to check for remark. All I'll do is asterisk Papa figure 5. I can see all the remarks I have on the receipt, on the reservation. If I want to see for receipt form, whoever that has made this booking, I said Papa figure 6. This gives me that this reservation was completed by this note. we have come to the end of the training section. Thank you once again for your patience and your time. God bless you.
Thank you so much, facilitator. I'm sure everyone has gained one thing or two from today's session. I can see that we have asked a couple of questions on the chat section and they have been attended to. So please, we have if you still have some questions, let me still have your questions and you can be sure that it will be attended to before the end of today's session. We would share our number, our help desk number. Yes, we will do that. Somebody will respond promptly now, shortly now, and we'll share our help desk number so that you can always call us when you need to. Yes, so we have few announcements, few housekeeping announcements, and I'll be calling Bukola Shodia to just anchor this part of today's segment. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Darlene. An excellent morning to everyone once again. I am excited to share some important update with you today. There is an overview of the announcement, airline requirements, and Sabre monthly exposition. Airline requirements. Airpeace and Turkish Airline requires the following information on the PNR for ticket issuance: contact information, secure flight passenger data, form of identification, and APIS. So for contact information, you are required to advise the 3 Charlie Tango Charlie Echo / your email address as seen on the screen. Also, you need to advise 3 Charlie Tango Charlie Mike / your mobile number. In a situation where you have more than one passenger on the PNR, you can associate it to the name number of the passenger by using the -1.1. Then we also have secure flight passenger data. This is what we call SFPD, where we have the 3 documents. The alpha you're seeing on the screen indicates all segments. / Delta Bravo is constant, / the date of birth, gender, and the name as it appears on the passenger name record. Then if you have more than one passenger, please associate name number. If you're dealing with American Airlines, please use the figure 4. When it is non-American, you use figure 3. Then how to add passenger information, which is the APIS. Adding of passport number, identity card, secondary documentation for advanced passenger information. You can see it on the screen where we have the 3 docs alpha. The Papa is constant for the type of document, the country code of the country that issued the passport, and other information are seen on the screen. Then we also have the form of identification. 3 Papa Oscar India Delta, or you can say 3 Foxtrot Oscar India Delta / Papa is constant, followed by Nancy Gov. You're seeing here is the country code that issue the passport for the passenger. So if the country code of the owner of the country that issued the passport is different, you put that there. It is not compulsory to be NG. It is crucial to adhere to this requirement to ensure a smooth transaction. So lastly, I am pleased to announce that we'll be holding a monthly virtual exposition for Sabre every first Thursday of the month. This event will focus on discovering new features and functionalities of Sabre. Additional information such as date and link will be provided. Then for enquiries, support, and concerns, please contact the help desk. Our email address is helpdesk@sabreng.com or helpdesk@sabercwa.com. And you can also reach out to us on 0708 777 5301. 0708 777 5301. Our WhatsApp line is 0818 359 8937. Thank you all for your audience. We appreciate you. Back to you, Dami.
Thank you, Bukola, for that awesome update. So, thank you everyone for joining. I've been looking out for more questions. And Alaja, please, I hope you have our number now. Bukola shared it on our screen earlier, as well as our email address, so you can call us. Oh. That's the Sabre Help Desk number. And yes, Adeola, you are active. Help Desk. Please send an email to Sabre Help Desk, and the email address is helpdesk@sabreng.com or helpdesk@sabercwa.com. We would just requesting for another training session, and we would provide you with the modalities we have available, as well as the schedule that is available for you, and you can and you'll be scheduled for another training session. I hope that's fine, Adiola. Okay. As we wrap up today, you would agree with us that we have always been prompt with our time. When we say 10 to 12, it's 10 to 12 because we are aviators, and in the aviation industry, we value time. But as we wind down this session, I want to give about 2-3 minutes for anyone who needs to still ask one or two questions. Please remember that this training, we have different modules to be covered every week, and it's still every Thursday, except for the first Thursday of the month. As Bukola as earlier said, we'll be having yeah, so this allows us to showcase the solutions we have available. We have available for you to use as a seasoned travel professional. So we have different solutions. If for those who joined the first month in February, we had a particular solution about the Sabre Central platform. So in subsequent months, and we would have different solutions to showcase to you. And also, we have shared the audio recording of the last sessions we had. I noticed some people have been asking for the recorded session of the previous sessions we have had. So our media team and communication team have shared with us the link to the last session we had. So if you missed the last week's session, you can please just dive in using the YouTube channel link that has been shared on the chat section. So please, if there are no further questions, we would like to say thank you for joining today and say bye-bye. Enjoy the rest of the week and have a great holiday.
While
Bye-bye.
clearly depicting the content source. In this case, it is an NDC offer. Open the panel to see more information about the flight. Then click Select to offer more specific details. Details such as the offer time limit, taxes, fees, and baggage information come straight from the supplier. After adding the traveler data, click to create the order. The order request is then sent to the airline. Once accepted, you'll receive a confirmation with a unique order ID, which is displayed on the header of the graphical PNR. Here, you'll see the Sabre passenger number record, or PNR, airline locator, and order ID, as well as the itinerary, ticketing time limit pricing information. For fulfillment, use the workflow menu and click Fulfill Order. Add the payment information to secure the order before the order expires. You'll receive a confirmation response on screen indicating the order has been successfully fulfilled. But what happens if plans change after order fulfillment? No problem. Refunds are easy to process with a user-friendly workflow menu. Simply access the relevant booking, open the Cancel Ticket workflow, and follow the on-screen instructions to refund the order. That's it. Just a few simple steps. You will expand content access, enhance productivity, and add profitability to your bottom line, while delivering the exact experience your travelers want every time. Get your ticket to booking NDC offers today. Explore beyond the NDC standards at sabre.com/NDC. When you travel beyond the standard of NDC, the possibilities are limitless, which is a complete view of the landscape. Every flight, every add-on, every option. With Sabre, it's a view you can only get with Sabre Red 360, your ticket to NDC offers. To get started, use the air shopping path, and then add the journey details to access a world of content in one easy-to-follow display. Our air shopping path is fully API enabled, so it pulls from multiple sources of information at once, including traditional low-cost carrier and NDC offers. And it's all presented in a single display for efficient comparison shopping. With Sabre Red 360, availability and fares appear in a familiar workflow while clearly depicting the content source. In this case, it is an NDC offer. Open the panel to see more information about the flight. Then click Select to offer more specific details. Details such as the offer time limit, taxes, fees, and baggage information come straight from the supplier. After adding the traveler data, click to create the order. The order request is then sent to the airline. Once accepted, you'll receive a confirmation with a unique order ID, which is displayed on the header of the graphical PNR. Here, you'll see the Sabre passenger number record, or PNR, airline locator, and order ID, as well as the itinerary, ticketing time limit pricing information. For fulfillment, use the workflow menu and click Fulfill Order. Add the payment information to secure the order before the order expires. You'll receive a confirmation response on screen indicating the order has been successfully fulfilled. But what happens if plans change after order fulfillment? No problem. Refunds are easy to process with a user-friendly workflow menu. Simply access the relevant booking, open the Cancel Ticket workflow, and follow the on-screen instructions to refund the order. That's it. Just a few simple steps. You will expand content access, enhance productivity, and add profitability to your bottom line, while delivering the exact experience your travelers want every time. Get your ticket to booking NDC offers today. Explore beyond the NDC standards at sabre.com/NDC. When you travel beyond the standard of NDC, the possibilities are limitless, which is why you need a complete view of the landscape. Every flight, every add-on, every option. With Sabre, it's a view you can only get with Sabre Red 360, your ticket to NDC offers. To get started, use the air shopping path, and then add the journey details to access a world of content in one easy-to-follow display. Our air shopping path is fully API enabled, so it pulls from multiple sources of information, including traditional low-cost carrier and NDC offers. And it's all presented in a single display for efficient comparison shopping. With Sabre Red 360, availability and fares appear in a familiar workflow while clearly depicting the content source. In this case, it is an NDC offer. Open the panel to see more information about the flight. Then click Select to offer more specific details. Details such as the offer time limit, taxes, fees, and baggage information come straight from the supplier. After adding the traveler data, click to create the order. The order request is then sent to the airline. Once accepted, you'll receive a confirmation with a unique order ID, which is displayed on the header of the graphical PNR. Here, you'll see the Sabre passenger number record, or PNR, airline locator, and order ID, as well as the itinerary, ticketing time limit, pricing information. For fulfillment, use the workflow menu and click Fulfill Order. Add the payment information to secure the order before the order expires. You'll receive a confirmation response on screen indicating the order has been successfully fulfilled. But what happens if plans change after order fulfillment? No problem. Easy to process with a user-friendly workflow menu. Simply access the relevant booking, open the Cancel Ticket workflow, and follow the on-screen instructions to refund the order. That's it. Just a few simple steps. You will expand content access, enhance productivity, and add profitability to your bottom line, while delivering the exact experience your travelers want every time. Get your ticket to booking NDC offers today. Explore beyond the NDC standards at sabre.com/NDC. When you travel beyond the standard of NDC, the possibilities are limitless, which is why you need a complete view of the landscape. Every flight, every add-on, every option. With Sabre, it's a view you can only get with Sabre Red 360, your ticket to NDC offers. To get started, use the air shopping path, and then add the journey details to access a world of content in one easy to follow. Our air shopping path is fully API enabled, so it pulls from multiple sources of information at once, including traditional low-cost carrier and NDC offers. And it's all presented in a single display for efficient comparison shopping. With Sabre Red 360, availability and fares appear in a familiar workflow while clearly depicting the content source. In this case, it is an NDC offer. Open the panel to see more information about the flight. Then click Select to offer more specific details. Details such as the offer time limit, taxes, fees, and baggage information come straight from the supplier. After adding the traveler data, click to create the order. The order request is then sent to the airline. Once accepted, you'll receive a confirmation with a unique order ID, which is displayed on the header of the graphical PNR. Here, you'll see the Sabre passenger number record, or PNR, airline locator, and order ID, as well as the itinerary, ticketing time limit, pricing information. For fulfillment, use the workflow menu and click Fulfill Order. Add the payment information to secure the order before the order expires. You'll receive a confirmation response on screen indicating the order has been successfully fulfilled. But what happens if plans change after order fulfillment? No problem. Refunds are easy to process with a user-friendly workflow menu. Simply access the relevant booking, open the workflow, and follow the on-screen instructions to refund the order. That's it. Just a few simple steps. You will expand content access, enhance productivity, and add profitability to your bottom line, while delivering the exact experience your travelers want every time. Get your ticket to booking NDC offers today. Explore beyond the NDC standards at sabre.com/NDC. When you travel beyond the standard of NDC, the possibilities are limitless, which is why you need a complete view of the landscape. Every flight, every add-on, every option. With Sabre, it's a view you can only get with Sabre Red 360, your ticket to NDC offers. To get started, use the air shopping path, and then add the journey details to access a world of content in one easy-to-follow display. Our air shopping path is fully API enabled, so it pulls from multiple sources of information at once, including traditional low-cost carrier and NDC offers. And it's all presented in a single display for efficient comparison shopping. With Sabre Red 360, availability and fares appear in a familiar workflow while clearly depicting the content source. In this case, it is an NDC offer. Open the panel to see more information about the flight. Then click Select to offer more specific details. Details such as the offer time limit, taxes, fees, and baggage information come straight from the supplier. After adding the traveler data, click to create the order. The order request is then sent to the airline. Once accepted, you'll receive a confirmation with a unique order ID, which is displayed on the header of the graphical PNR. Here, you'll see the Sabre passenger number record, or PNR, airline locator, and order ID, as well as the itinerary